Alright, well, today I wanted to talk about the Outer Worlds. I'm gonna be playing more or less of a devil advocate. So, I want to get this one thing out the way. This is my opinion, and I understand you may not agree with me, and you can read by the title of this video. So, basically the Outer Worlds. What do I think about it, and, that sort of thing. There's some very weird elements in this game that it just does not really make sense, or it's been covered up, or it's on purposely done so people would expect it to be a lot better game or a lot worse game. And just, there's not much known regarding it. Now, I completely understand this is a more or less of a AA title game, so there's a budget to how much you can implement a lot of the elements and stuff into that particular game. Now, but regarding my query and my worrisome thing is actually because of the gameplay we've gotten an opportunity to see at the PAX East. It happened quite a few months ago, I believe 2-3 months ago, before the E3 started up anyway. And so that kind of is already a worrisome thing. Because if that's the case, and that's when you're playing it, a raw gameplay, the game is completely garbage. Like, it's awful, it's boring, it's bland, animations is not finished, the color scheme is awful, there's barely any voice acting, or I should say, not very good, lip syncing issues, animation problems, characters are bland, I think I already said that. There's a big problems. But when you see all the scripted gameplays, trailers, and the developers that on purposely gotten ready all of those, the gameplay, raw gameplay, mind you. Now, everything is there. Everything looks fantastic, looks superb. The gunplay looks on point. The voice acting and the lip syncing is all on point. And animation looks even better than ever. It's kind of weird. But yeah, that's my worrisome thing. I can see that a lot of scripted events, and we've seen this many times over and over and over again with many other video games. A lot of games, for example, they only get the presentation ready. That's what you call them, a demo. But also, yes, I understand this is an alpha, this is a beta, whatever, right? That does not mean anything. Basically, the core element is there, that's what you're seeing, that's what you're getting anyway. That's the whole point. They're not going to change the foundation. So, continuing on and regarding the demo, you have to understand, demo is a demonstration. You have to show off the gameplay and what it's all about. So people will make their own decisions if they want to pick the game up or not. And so far that we know the game is coming, I believe, October 25th. It's quite a few months away, 4 months or so away, and so a lot of people will be already making their, voting with their wallets, more or less. I already seen a lot of the gameplay already from this game. It looks similar to Fallout, and I like that, because obviously the Obsidian guys, where they come from, Fallout, New Vegas, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm very, very worried about this game. I don't know what to expect from it, because I'm I'm torn about it, and that's my most thing I want to say. I'm very, very torn. I've seen the raw gameplay footages, and the gameplay, I should probably say raw. It looks god-awful. Seriously, it looks incomplete, looks finished, looks boring, looks trash. Seriously, the world is empty, you try to kill enemies, or people at least, they're all messed up, they're all broken, it's really bad. But as well, when you look at all the scripted scenes and the developers that on purposely gotten those things readied up, it looks fantastic. But that's my worrisome thing. Will there be enough time to make sure that they're gonna get their game as best as possible, as the way they are presenting it, as if it was all scripted? Well, obviously I don't want to play the game that is scripted. That's not even possible. You can make a lot of games by a scripting standpoint, but I want to have a little bit of exploration in there. I know this is not an open world game. That's what makes it even more interesting personally for me. Open world games, it's oversaturated at this point. But that's not the point. The point is I'm torn about the Outer Worlds. I don't know what to expect from it. I want to have a big good things. I wanted to love it as much as I want. And but also it's kind of weird the way it actually is coming on the same day as Modern Warfare, as the Outer Worlds, 25th of October. That's interesting. But as well, I don't know. I think this is more or less of a way to buy some sort of situation. I actually want to tell you this thing. I don't really think it's gonna turn out the way what people are expecting it to be. They're hyping the shit out of this game, and I think it's gonna blow up in their faces. Seriously, guys, if you hyped, extremely ecstatic, that much. Like, hype is okay, but not too hype, not too ecstatic for this game. I think it might blow up in your face. I seriously do believe that. Something about this game, I'm torn about it, something that just doesn't feel right. There's something going on behind the background we do not know, and it's very, very worrying, personally for me. Well, let me tell you, a couple months before even the PAX East gameplay presentation, the Outer Worlds has been presented as a gameplay raw format and I don't believe it was raw anyway. It was presented at the Game Informer show. They showed off the gameplay, looks awesome when they were doing coverage on it as well a few months back. It looked goddamn awesome. I really wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to really play it. By that time, we did not even know when it would be coming out. All they said was it would be coming out in the 2019. I think personally it needs even more time and it needs more delays and stuff. Maybe let it come out in 2020 or something. I don't know. But that's not the point. The point is, it's just everything that has been showcased was all good. But that's scripted wise. Those things were gotten ready. But when the PAX East came rolling around, it was, I believe, in April, maybe March, at the end of March, I believe so. When that came around, what was that? Holy God, it looks so horrible. But yes, I understand, it's already been quite a few more months, and yet there's still more months to go until the proper release of the game. Like, I'm very worried that the core foundation of the problems that this game has, and that revealed itself from the gameplay, might actually end up turning out to be here after all. Now, I could be very, 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 very wrong, and I actually do hope to be very wrong. I want to enjoy this game. I want a replacement of Fallout or something. I don't know, but I'm torn about this game. I could be wrong as well because, we already seen time, and not always, but time and time again, we've seen the developers actually manage to make a pull, like a turn of 180, and completely make this game a little bit different into the best direction it can be. And that's why I'm kind of hoping it to be as well. I'm really hoping that this game will turn out to be the way as they presented as a scripted version of the game, and that's how it's going to be running through when you're experiencing. It feels good, plays great, looks great, but so far something about it that's just being covered up. I don't yet know. I got a feeling that more we find out about the gameplay, the closer we get to the release date, and obviously there's going to be a lot more raw footages and gameplays until then. I think we're gonna find out cracks and pieces and starting to leak from the gameplay, and people will be finding out and will be pointing out. And when the gameplay comes out, reviews will be out. I feel like it's gonna be like maybe the very, 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 very minimum could be 6 out of 10. I personally think, unless of course if the game completely is a disaster. But yes, 6 out of 10. The maximum, I just don't believe it will be a 10 or a 10-10. I'll say maybe an 8 out of 10, maybe the maximum, somewhere in that range, maybe. I don't know, that's just, guys, holy God, I have to make this as 50 times as possible. I'm gonna keep on saying it. This is just my opinion. I understand you might be extremely disappointed what I have to say about this, but something about it that doesn't land with me. We've seen this time again. You have to understand. Anthem does the same thing, was completely faked out gameplay in 2016, 2017, I can't remember. But basically it was all scripted, all that was fake, bullshit, and looked and played great when we actually saw it. But then, a year later it comes out, it's a complete disaster. It does not represent anything of what we were expecting it to be. But that's Anthem, that's ZDEyE. Fuck those people. Okay, let's move that out the way. Let's talk about something else instead. The Outer Worlds, we've seen a lot of other games, for example. First time they came out, CGI trailer. Second time it comes out, a cool looking trailer. Well, obviously Outer Worlds did not have a CGI trailer. But still, cool trailer. Okay, that's fine, that's perfectly fine. But, trailers are trailers. They are supposed to be like the best as they can be. And obviously then you're not going to find any faults in those or problems as well. And the gameplay looks fun, I'm not denying that. I hope it's gonna be great. Now I understand, like a lot of people will be just saying, what is wrong with you? The game's not out yet. And, that kind of sort of thing. Guys, you have to understand, I just want to have a bit of a discussion about this game. What are my concerns? What is that I'm hyped about it as well? I really am looking forward to this game, don't get me wrong. But I just want to have a literal discussion regarding this game and what is the issues that I'm seeing in it, what kind of cracks there might be as well. I just hope you all can understand and, just an opinion, okay? Okay. Alright, thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe as always. And hopefully I didn't really And yeah, I really hope I didn't really piss many of you off. Oh my god. Alright then, have a good one.